damay hindi maganda. Sabihin sa magulang at sa bahay muna. Sa kalye, BigaTEN! Best friend natin ang mask, suotin kahit saan. Ingatan ang kamay, maghugas pag galing sa labas. Sa school, BigaTEN! Sa pila, wag dikit-dikit. Dumistansya para iwas sakit. Laging open ang window para maganda ang airflow. 3B's, tandaan, bakuna, bayanihan, BigaTEN. Halina't magtulungan. Ikaw at ako ang BigaTEN. Sa COVID di pa dadaig. Sa ligtas na magbabalik. Sama-sama maging BigaTEN.
The unseen enemy crept like a thief in the night, smizing cunningly at people in their sleep, and one morning took hostage of humanity by surprise as the coronavirus pandemic continues to spread its ferocious rampage the world over. COVID-19 took the different sectors by storm, and education was no exception.
COVID-19 pandemic shocks the world. We didn't see this coming. We were caught unaware. This has created the new normal, and we have to embrace it by addressing the challenges it brings.
Determined to pursue the delivery of education amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, DepEd Region 10 launched its banner program dubbed as RX Adobe.
The Department of Education, Northern Mindanao, has crafted its learning continuity plans under the banner program RX Adobe, which stands for Region 10 Alternative Delivery of Basic Education. It underscores the alternative delivery modes under the remote teaching and learning. The 14 schools division offices of the region have crafted the learning continuity plans anchored on RX Adobe.
Always ready for education emergencies, DepEd Region 10 will continue its tradition of excellence in delivering its services anchored on the department's Sulong Educalidad program.
As we pivot from access to quality, we have to consider a well-developed curriculum, improved learning environment, upskilled teachers, and take into consideration responsive multi-stakeholders cooperation. All these and more are under the program Sulong Educalidad. But on top of this all, still health and safety are the number one concerns of the Department of Education, especially at this time of pandemic.
Serving with heart.
Leading
with a heart.
Envisioning with a heart.
Straight from the heart of DepEd Region 10.
Education must continue.
Amihan ng Mindanao, pagkahit mo saan lang paibabaw. BigaTEN DepEd, pagpadayon sa edukasyon, mao'y dumong nga maangkon. BigaTEN DepEd, DepEd Northern Mindanao, for the learners then and now, we're always here to serve you no matter how. Pangarap natin abutin, pagsisikapan natin kamtin, kalidad na edukasyon para sa bata, para sa bansa. Kauban, kasaligan, kasaligan, kadampan, ka-DepEd, kauban, kasaligan, kadampan, ka-DepEd, amihan ng Mindanao, DepEd Northern Mindanao, ambihan ng Mindanao, pagkaiusan ng paibabaw, bigaten DepEd, pagpadayon sa edukasyon, mao'y tumong nga maangkon. BigaTEN DepEd, DepEd Northern Mindanao, for the learners then and now, we're always here to serve you no matter how. Pangarap natin abutin, pagsisikapan natin kamtin, kalidad na edukasyon para sa bata, para sa bansa. DepEd Northern Mindanao, amihan ng Mindanao, BigaTEN DepEd, BigaTEN DepEd.
Maayong adlaw ka natong tanan. Ako si Ramon Gonzalez Abrera, aka Kadeped Paulo, ang inyong Public Affairs Unit Lead Officer.
Ug ako sab si Candice Racoma, ang inyong rakista abogada aka Kadeped Rada. Kami ang inyong kauban,
Kasaligan,
kadampan,
Kadeped sa
BigaTEN DepEd. Atin to. It's our Tuesday habit again, mga ka-DepEd, and welcome to our BigaTEN DepEd 10 Atin to Season 3, Episode 57. Eto, partner, umpisahan natin ang ating programa sa isang pagbabahagi ng balitang punong-puno ng bayanihan at pag-asa via DepEd Philippines. Ang DepEd ay kumonsulta sa kabataan, mga magulang at komunidad sa mga aksyon na kailangan para sa transformasyon ng edukasyon. Noong Biyernes, Agosto 5, nangalap ang Kagawaran ng Edukasyon o ang DepEd ng mga pananaw mula sa mga education stakeholders, partikular sa mga mag-aaral, guro at komunidad upang i-reimagine ang basic education sa Pilipinas mula ngayon hanggang 2030 sa pamamagitan ng Stakeholders Convergence UN Transforming Education Summit or the TES 2022.
Well, tama ka dyan, partner. Ani Vice Presidente at Kalihim ng Edukasyon, Sara Z. Duterte, the core of our mission is to ensure that we can provide accessible, equitable, and quality basic education to Filipino children, that we can help them build a better future for themselves, that they can achieve their dreams, that they can become productive members of their communities, and active partners of the government in building a strong nation. Ang Stakeholders Convergence ay bahagi ng serye ng mga pagpupulong bilang paghahanda sa United Nations Transforming Education Summit in New York sa Setyembre taong kasalukuyan, partner.
Yes, partner, ayan, maganda at napapanahon itong United Nations Transforming Education Summit, lalong-lalo na kaugnay sa ating pagsulong ng Basic Education Development Plan or ang BEDP 2030 na naglalayong tugunan ang mga kasalukuyang hamon sa sektor ng edukasyon sa pamamagitan ng 4 na haligi nito, kabilang ang access, equity, quality, at resiliency at well-being. There you go, mga ka-DepEd. And for those who are watching us on our live streaming through our DepEd Region 10 FB and YouTube accounts, please share our virtual links to our colleagues and stakeholders nang sa gayon po ay maabot po namin kayo saan mang panig ng mundo. O di ba, partner?
That's right, partner. And of course, please, mga ka-DepEd, tell us where you are watching and send us your messages or greetings through our comment section. Sa hindi pa po naka-like and follow sa ating FB page, ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Click na upang malaman ang iba't ibang programa, proyekto at inisyatiba handog natin sa ating mga ka-DepEd, maging sa iba pa nating mga kabalikat, ayan, kasangga, kapanalig. Just type Department of Education Region 10 on your Facebook. Huwag kalilimutang i-like at i-follow. Pumunta rin kayo sa YouTube with the same account name, and please hit subscribe and click that notification bell for DepEd Region 10 updates.
Ayan, partner, para sa For the Win, DepEd Normin, we would like to congratulate the 2022 Metrobank Foundation outstanding Filipinos who transcended excellence in their respective professions and proved how ordinary Filipinos can be outstanding. Of course, all the best to our very own June Murthy Horta, Teacher 1 of Keayupan Tebalugo, San Fernando, Bukidnon. Congratulations, partner!
Yan. Congratulations also to Mark Nolan P. Confessor, Professor 6 ng MSU IIT. Alam mo, partner, each awardee will receive a cash incentive of, nako, tumataginting na 1 million pesos lang naman, a golden medallion, and the Flame Trophy. The awardees now join the ranks of 685 awardees that Metro Bank Foundation has honored since 1985. Akalain mo, partner.
Yes, partner, 1,000,000. At hindi lang yan, we would also like to congratulate Daryl Dave T. Bazarte, Christine Jane Visuelio, Eliza May B. Delphine, John Joe S. Carcillar, all of Valencia National High School, and they won first place for their entry entitled Modeling the Dynamics of Illicit Drug Use with Various Awareness Level during the recently concluded National Science and Technology Fair.
Ayan. Partner, congratulate din natin specifically ang Division of Tangub City para sa kanilang mga napakaraming panalo, lalong-lalo sa Thailand International Mathematical Olympiad Final Round 2021-2022 noong April 3. Ayan, ito si Eloisa Francine F. Manlegro, Bronze Awardee, Secondary 2. Panalo rin si Jelly James C. Cortez ng Tangub City National High School para sa 2021 DepEd Region 10 Online Photography Contest. Nako, first runner-up, category Management and Administration of Learning Resources. At syempre, panalo rin si Mahalia T. Sultan ng Santa Maria National High School para sa 2021 DepEd Region 10 Online Photography Contest din. Second runner-up para sa category Joint Delivery Voucher for Senior School Technical Vocational and Livelihood Specializations. Partner, sino-sino pa ba ang mga nanalo?
Yes, partner, meron pa. Congratulations din kay Cara May D. Castro from Makilaw Integrated School during the 2021 DepEd Region 10 Online Photography Contest. Second runner-up for the category, ito, gusto ko to, Child Protection Program. Also, congratulations to Stephen John V. Tulabing from Maloro Integrated School, also during the 2021 DepEd Region 10 Online Photography Contest. Second runner-up for the category RX Adobe for SLMS, BigaTEN, CMSS, and Contextualization. And nandyan din si Ray Ann May R. Montañez from Maloro Integrated School, also during the 2021 DepEd Region 10 Online Photography Contest. First runner-up for the category Early Language Literacy and Numeracy, formerly ECARP Project CNR. Ayan, partner.
Ayan, syempre partner, para pa rin sa photography contest, ang champion lang naman na si Gay S. Saavedra ng Sumirap National High School para sa Education, Information and Communication Services category. Eto nako, champion naman si Merly L. Casinto. Photography contest pa rin mula sa Makilaw Integrated School para naman sa Brigada Eskwela category. At eto partner, para sa Social Innovation Award, congratulations din syempre sa ating Tangub City Division Alternative Learning System, Continuing Professional Learning Course, CPLC for ALS Implementers Year 1. Ayan, para sa Social Innovation Award. Partner.
At hindi lang yan, partner, meron pa. Also, from the Tangub City Division ALS, Continuing Professional Learning Course or CPLC for ALS Implementers Year 1, we have the Merit Award or the top performers. We have Rayame M. Pacong, Rhea Teza L. Ramos, Crystal May P. Suaso, Leonard T. Epong Jr., Margie C. Pugoy, and Evelyn C. Fuentes. Ayan po, congratulations sa inyo. At nandyan din po si Mark Lloyd N. Connell from Tangub City National High School during the National Songwriting Competition for the Araw ng Kagitingan and Philippine Veterans Week celebration. Champion lang naman, partner, kasama ang kanyang coach na si Oscar E. Borlat Jr. And ang Tangub won the Educational Technology Awards 2022 last June 22, 2022 at Teachers Camp Baguio City for Best Educational Technology Innovation Program Award. Ayan po, congratulations to the Division of Tangub City and to all our winners. May your tribe increase as you continue to make us all proud. Indeed, for the win, DepEd Norman.
Ayan, congratulations po sa lahat. Direk, pwede na ba tayong mag-shoutout? At check natin kung sino yung mga nanonood sa atin ngayon. Batiin lamang natin sila. Sige. Ayan, mula kay Jessica Resuela. Good morning, Region 10 partner. Gagamitin ko yung mahiwaga kong salamin. Ayan, sino pa ba? Kay Janice Agrado Gaser Pineda. Good morning, still watching po. Thank you, Ma'am Janice. Mula naman kay June Mars Galiebo Gutang. Good morning, everyone watching from Sumirap Central School, Tangub City, of course. Kay Vicky Suico, watching now. Good morning. And we also have, sino pa ba? Kay Meds Deng Adlaon. Good morning, everyone watching here from Sumirap Central School, Tangub City Division. Partner, sino pa ba ang nanonood sa atin?
Yes, meron pa partner si Luz Cas watching from Cagayan de Oro. And we also say good morning to Lady Ruth Ferrer Herundio. Good morning, watching from Sumirap Central School, Division of Tangub City. And we also say good morning to LV Dayundon. Good morning, watching here from Tabid National High School, SDO Ozamis City. And we have, of course, Ma'am Grace Abrera Galarpe watching from Baltimore, USA. Good morning, DepEd Region 10.
Ayan, partner. Marami pa yan mamaya.
At ito na po mga ka-DepEd, isa na naman pong sangay sa Region 10 ang tampok natin ngayon upang ibahagi sa atin ang kanilang Media Assisted Instruction or MAI. Ito po ang sangay ng lungsod Tangub sa pamumuno ni SDS Nympha R. Lago and ASDS Lorena P. Serrano.
Tama ka dyan, partner. At para po bigyan tayo ng pangkalahatang ideya at upang lubos nating maintindihan ang ibabahagi nila, panoorin po natin ito.
On June 12, 2020, Independence Day, a group of young teachers from the different schools of this division was trying out something new. They were creating radio drama plays in which became the context of radio-based instruction used by Tangub City Division in response to the pandemic. Ang Tangkub was the product of a SWOT analysis. It was based on the fact that we have 2 local radio stations, a cable TV system, and a public address sound system, or what we call as trumpa. Internally, we have educational technologies such as multigrade teaching, integration, thematic teaching, and contextualization. But these opportunities have threats. Number 1, the airtime is limited. Our printing capability is also limited in terms of paper, ink, and printers. Given these threats and opportunities, we found a silver lining and designed an innovation called Ang Tangku. The radio-based instruction and TV-based instruction with complementing self-learning materials. These comprise our media-based instruction. The lesson design is based on a pyramid of learning framework. It caters to the different learning styles of students. The lesson design has 3 parts: lesson preliminaries, lesson proper, and evaluation. Embedded with these parts are the components of Ang Tangku, RBI, and TVBI, which corresponds to the pyramid of learning framework. The lesson design uses direct instruction and is skill-based. The diagram shows our process when we started RBI. It begins with the layering of competencies for the integration of lessons, which became the context of our drama plays. Writing the scripts followed, then the production of audio lessons and corresponding printed materials and distribution. Ang Tangku, RBI, evolved after the first grading period. Applying the CI process, we enhance our approach. We use situation-based rather than drama-based to expand our lesson coverage. We also revise our printed materials to become a long-time learning resource even after the pandemic. We also offered a new modality, the Facebook Live, for those without radio but who uses smart gadgets in their homes. Our next steps will be to use our games, audio lessons, and printed materials in the normal setting. We call this approach media-assisted instruction. Teachers will be using TV or speakers to play our audio-video lessons in the classrooms, while learners use the printed materials. All learning resources can be accessed through the designated Google Drive links sent to the schools. Transforming advancement in the new normal, guiding K-12 learners under broadcast media. Tangku is not an innovation that ends after the pandemic. It will become the standard modality of Tangub City Division in delivering quality education to our Tangub stars. RBI under Ang Tangku was also benchmarked by the CES Board in their e-gabay training last July 2021 and provided us with this feedback. Tangub is not a place. It is an innovation.
Tayo na buksan ang mga radyo, lina at matuto sa mga aral sa mundo. Tayo na Tumutok na sa TV, mag-aral ng maigi to get the lessons easily. It's tangkop, tangkop, time. We learn all things, it's very fine, masaya. things, it's very fine, masaya. Tutok na. Tayo, tayo na. Let's come and learn together, supporting one another. We love, we care, we share. It's tangkop time. We learn all things, it's very fun, masaya. Tutok na. It's tangkop time. We learn all things, it's very fine, masaya. Tutok na. It's tangkop time. We learn all things, it's very fine, masaya. Tutok na. It's tangkop time. We learn all things, it's very fine, masaya. Tutok na. It's tangkop time. We learn all things, it's very fine, masaya. Tutok na. Tangkop time.
Ayan po mga ka-DepEd, just before we get to the heart of our segment, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch and listen to the message of support from the new Chief of the Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Angelina B. Buaran. Take it away, Chief Raj.
The Division of Tagum City is a paragon of the media-assisted instruction, otherwise known to them as MI, which was developed with discernment for continuous delivery of instruction, even during the pandemic. It is a learning delivery modality with a combination of RBI, TBI, and SLM as a learning package for Tagum City stars. Being new in the division does not give a reason not to have a deep dive of MI. Otherwise, it becomes an opportunity to have an in-depth analysis and further develop more lessons for competencies which might have missed during the first year of implementation. MI is a milestone of Tagum City as it has been proven to be effective based on the results of the Curriculum Management Support System or CMSS, with learners having high achievements in all learning areas. This may not be a guarantee that our learners have fully mastered all the competencies in their respective grade level. Hence, we never stop to think of interventions other than sustaining the good practice of MI. Now, we give birth to Bridging the Stars to Read, an intervention for our learners to become readers at their own grade level. This is under the banner of Every Child a Reader program or ECARP and the Region 10's Care for Normin Readers or Project CNR. We may have different ways in our innovations and strategies to help our learners, but definitely we work for them and become proud of what they will become. Whatever learning delivery modalities are used by many in this time of pandemic, these all surely are for good. For Tagum City learners, we bridge them to read and we assist them to shine and not flicker. Rather, with sheen lights so bright. Shine, Tagum Star!
Ay, hindi pa pala ako naka-unmute, partner. Mga ka-DepEd, ayun po si Dr. Angelina B. Baron. We miss you here in the regional office, Doc Raj. But of course, alam naming masaya ka dyan at nakauwi ka na sa inyo. Anyway, partner and mga ka-DepEd, the teaching preparation has remained the determinant factor for success in the teaching learning process. However, teachers run the risk of exhaustion as they juggle with too many class preparations. And to prevent burnout among teachers and ease their workload, media-assisted instruction or MI was implemented. Moreover, one of MI's special characteristic is modeling the skill. It is primarily based on the concept of John Dewey's learning by doing. It's step-by-step process in teaching the lesson, which has been practicable even in the absence of a teacher.
Well, that's right, Kadepedrada. We'll also look into the impact of media-assisted instruction on the teachers in their preparation of lesson plans and learning materials through the presentation of Mahalia T. Sultan, Master Teacher 1 of Santa Maria National High School, and also, partner, we'll check the impact of media-assisted instruction on the teaching and learning process as Mary Nice Life, tama ba yung pagkabigkas ko? Nice Life R. Villafuerte, Teacher 1 of Balok Elementary School, as she shares with us her experiences. Let's watch this.
From the archives of Tangub City Division's radio-based instruction and TV-based instruction comes voluminous learning tools consisting of audio, video, and printed materials used extensively during the 2-year pandemic. As the use of distance learning wanes due to the eradication of the virus, which allows the division to go back to the normal classroom setting, the use of these vast learning resources is realigned from long-distance mode to face-to-face mode. From its state as RBI and PBBI learning materials, they are all redesigned to become the learning materials for media-assisted instruction. Media-assisted instruction is a strategy that utilizes maximally the audio, video, and printed materials used during the pandemic. In its entirety, classrooms are converted into media-equipped classrooms utilizing TV, audio speakers, and printers as the main tool in delivering quality teaching and learning environment and experiences for the children. Teachers are assuming the role of learning facilitators, applying the formula of active learning. From this strategy, classrooms are envisioned for students to interact with the audio-video lessons and practice skills using the printed materials. Teachers, as facilitators, ensure to provide a media-assisted learning environment to the students. Media-assisted instruction focused on learning through modeling, practice, assess, drill, assess until mastery of the learning competency is achieved. It uses active learning as its main approach, where the performance of the students is given much attention rather than the teachers.
Towards the end of the fourth quarter of last school year, the school's division office of Tangub City had already opened the face-to-face classes mode. Teachers were already able to use the as pilot the Media Assisted Instruction model. It was revealed that the Media Assisted Instruction, or MAI, helped and eased teachers' burden, especially in lesson preparation. Media Assisted Instruction is a complete lesson package consisting of a lesson plan, audio-video materials, printed learning materials with activity sheets or practice sheets, and assessment or lesson evaluations. This teaching learning package lessens teachers' preparation. The important parts of the teaching learning process, such as motivation, the importance of the lesson, competency or skills to be learned, the concepts, are already found in MAI. All of these minimize teaching preparation so that teachers can focus on other important things like scaffolding of the lesson and making sure that every student in the class understood or mastered the day's intended competency. The pre-teaching tasks of the teachers are reduced to the printing of the day's learning materials and preparing the audio-video lessons for each subject and the parallel assessment. MAI provided the teachers more time to check students' output and analyze the skills where students are lagging behind. In the many concerns of the teachers, the MAI is surely a national dilemma.
The pandemic has forced a massive shift in the way we prepare our lesson for learners. Not everyone was prepared to make the shift. However, our lives are changing and the education system needed to adapt to these changes to keep up. To facilitate this need, ang Tangkub was created to cater to the needs of the long-distance learning of the city division. After the crisis, the learning resources of ang Tangkub were transformed into a teaching learning package called the Media Assisted Instruction, or MAI. Will be used for the face-to-face classes, wherein teachers in the field were provided with a teacher's copy of the lesson to serve as the lesson plan. The teaching and learning process in Media Assisted Instruction focuses primarily on modeling the skill. It is primarily based on the concept of learning by doing by John Dewey. In MAI, or Media Assisted Instruction, the actual process of learning a specific skill is done step by step, as reflected in the crafted learning materials. It utilizes modeling of the skill as the major method of teaching the competency. Research shows that in the teaching and learning process, modeling is a very effective way to teach children behavior modification and kinesthetic skills. The modeling and concept formation is contained in the audio, video, and printed materials, thus providing learning to multiple learning styles of the students. In addition, what is good about media-assisted instruction is that the teaching is possible even in the absence of the teacher, because the lessons are contained in the video and audio materials, and also in the printed materials. These learning resources can be used also during the suspension of classes due to the force majeure and peace and order situations in the community where schools are situated. The innovation is a great help to minimize disruption of learning time and engage learners in active learning in any given situation. This means that with or without physical contact, with or without school building and shelter, learning will continue.
Ayan po mga ka-DepEd. Ka-DepEdrada will have more of this media-assisted instruction in just a short while. Pero bago yan, greet muna ulit natin yung ating mga ka-DepEdrada na nakatutok sa atin. Sino-sino ba ang mga ito? Ito, check natin. Ayan, kay Ma'am Merlisa Tala, good morning. Here watching from Labuyo Elementary School, Tangub City Division. At mula naman kay Jasmine Reyes, good morning, watching also from Labuyo Elementary School. Thank you, ma'am. Si Merlinda Metante Lumpayaw, good morning everyone, watching from Campit, PS, Division of Tangub City. Ano ba yung PS kasi, partner? Nakalimutan ko.
Primary school ata, partner.
Primary school, ayan. Thank you. Ay, sino pa ba? Nandyan si Dencar, Dencar Fuentes, grabe. Watching from Ontario, Canada. Ang layo. Good morning, DepEd Norman. Thank you. Abot pala tayo talaga sa Canada. Si Mil Kids, good morning sa tanan. Watching from Sumirap Central School. Natawa ka dyan, partner.
Asa pagod ng Ontario, Canada. Oy, kalayo ba, ana?
Ay, abot tayo doon, partner, ha? Akalain mo. Ayan, sino pa ba? Partner.
Yes, we also say good morning to Ma'am Cecilia Rodinas. Good morning, watching from Tangub City Division. And we also say hi to Annalisa Rubia Alisna. Good morning, watching from Mais, Tangub City. And we have Michelle Rosales. Good morning, everyone. And then, meron pa ba direct? Grix Manlangit Retuerto Ferrare. Good morning, everyone watching from Sumirap Central School. And we have Ann Nunez Astillero. Good morning, watching from Tangub City High School. Good morning po sa inyo. And ayun pa, LV Dayundon. Thank you so much. Mabuhay po ang DepEd Region 10.
Ayan, sige partner, ipagpatuloy natin yung media-assisted instruction, partner.
Yes, partner, but just before we proceed to the next part of our featured media-assisted instruction from Tangub City, let's give way to another message of support, this time from the new SGOD Chief, Dr. Lorna C. Peñonal. Take the spotlight, Chief.
The School Governance and Operations Division provides strategic direction and technical inputs to the management of the schools division towards effective and efficient governance and operations of the schools, and being accountable for its organizational effectiveness in collaboration with the Curriculum Implementation Division. As the new SGOD Chief of this division, the office makes sure that we lead and manage the work of the team that will ensure that the schools division has the resources and provide technical assistance to implement sustainable programs and projects to help schools establish and manage a conducive learning environment to ensure the readiness of the learners. One of the innovations that we are implementing is on transforming our BI and TVBI learning tools into classroom media-assisted instructions that maximize the audio, video, and printed materials utilized during the pandemic, which we aim to use for the face-to-face instructions this school year 2022-2023. Thus, we will certainly provide support for the successful implementation of the said innovation. Components of this support include training. The effectiveness of the media-assisted instructions depends upon how it is being carried out and facilitated by the teachers in the classroom. Therefore, teachers must be capacitated and equipped in using MIND in order for the learners to grasp all the necessary information and skills to be learned. Thus, training will be provided. Resources mobilization. As media-assisted instruction requires the use of resources such as television, audio speakers, and printers, classrooms become media-equipped. It is then imperative that every classroom must have these resources. The SGOD will be of big help in tapping our education partners and stakeholders, such as the LGU, NGOs, and other sectors where we can seek resources needed for the media-assisted classrooms. Linkages. The office ensures the provision of adequate resources to the schools by strengthening and sustaining relationships and collaboration of education partners and stakeholders, mobilizing resources and providing technical assistance to support special programs and projects, such media-assisted instructions toward increasing and enhancing the delivery of quality basic education. Monitoring and implementation. The office will monitor the effective and efficient utilization of the media-assisted instruction in the classrooms, assessment of the implementation, achieving the educational outcome, and make sure that MI will be facilitated accordingly. The School Governance Operations Division, SGOD, will support the creation of a media-equipped classrooms, provide for the holistic development of learners, and ensure their readiness to learn through timely planning, mobilization, and equitable distribution of sufficient resources, and also provision of technical assistance and building strong partnership with stakeholders for the effective and efficient implementation of media-assisted instruction. All of these endeavors will be for our Tanggub Stars, our Tanggubanon learners.
Ayan po mga ka-DepEd, ang ating message mula kay Dr. Lorna C. Peñonal, ang ating SGOD Chief mula sa Tangub City. Now partner, how highly engaged the students are in the lesson really matters. Informing students of what they are about to learn, right from the start of the lesson and what is in it for them to learn such skills or competencies are of equal importance in sustaining their interest. Moreover, knowing how they will be assessed is also a point to be considered by MI. 3 activities or drills prior to lesson evaluation give way for students to attain a certain level of confidence that they can perform what would be asked of them. Now, it is also not enough to get numerical or quantifiable data of students' performance without analyzing the bigger picture. Hence, analysis of learning outcomes is of equal importance in MI because it is in here that teachers reflect on the intended lesson's success indicators.
The eagerness to learn should come from within the learners. It cannot be taught by the teachers, but could be developed through proper preparation of the lesson and appropriate teaching strategies and techniques. In media-assisted instruction, pupils' engagement during the teaching process is highly considered. The primary aim of this innovation is to continue learning in its most challenging situations, such as during the pandemic or weather disturbances or in peace and order situations. MAI aims to provide learning to students in a normal classroom setting or the face-to-face or in a distant learning setting without sacrificing its efficiency and effectiveness. To achieve this, before the start of the lesson, the learners are already aware of what to learn, why they need to learn that specific lesson, and how they will be evaluated. In this way, they already know what is expected from them and therefore motivate them. In addition, modeling is used in the development of the skill. The children are guided on how they will learn the lesson. Pupils' engagement is strengthened through learning activities in the activity sheets. There are at least 3 learning activities or drills in the process. One major feature of the learning process is the ability of the pupils to learn on their own, or what we call as independent learning, and learning with their peers, or collaborative learning. Independent learning is done by providing the learners with activities where they can check their answers whether if it is correct or wrong using the answer key. They are also given time to practice the skills with their peers and also collaboratively check their answers and correct them. Individual learning is measured with the use of a parallel assessment, which is crafted by the teacher. These activities are the major component of the active learning strategy, a student-centered learning approach used in most countries around the world. As a teacher, I am really happy that this innovation came into existence. Aside from the fact that it lessens our burden in preparing for the lesson, I could say that learners are very much engaged in learning for the whole duration of the classes.
Assessment plays a vital role in the teaching and learning process, as it is a way of collecting, interpreting, and analyzing the learner's performance. And the quality of learning is determined by, of course, the quality of assessment practices given. The media-assisted instruction is competency-based learning, which means learners are taught based on the skills plus the content and context provided in every competency of each subject in the modeling part. That means we teach the learners the step-by-step process of the learning the skills using the content and context. We make sure that learners master the skills while learning the content and how it must be applied in a real-life situation, which is the context. With that being said, learners are being assessed using the skill, the content, and the context being taught. As assessment is given equal importance as part of the teaching-learning process, we used an assessment strategy that helps learners in the assessment process. This assessment strategy has 3 drills to make sure that learners have mastered the skill and the content, plus the evaluation, which means each competency will have 4 assessments. The first assessment, or the drill 1, is what we call first formative assessment. This is the drill of the skill. This is not graded yet, but serves as the practice activity for learners so that the teacher can check whether the learners were able to learn the skill using the content given and how it is applied based on how it was modeled. The second formative assessment, or the drill 2, is what we call collaborative learning. This is an activity in performing the skills in dyad or pairs. The purpose of this activity is to make sure that those learners who have a hard time learning the skill and the content will be assisted by their peers or classmates. The third formative assessment is what we call independent learning. This activity determines if learners are ready for individual performance or evaluation in performing the competency of the skill plus the content. All assessments are based on the skill, content, and context of the competency, where learners are exposed to the real-life problem or situation as an application of learning which is of big help to the learners. And as a teacher, I could say that this assessment strategy is proven effective to help learners master the necessary skills needed in life. Analyzing learning outcomes serves as the paramount in a teaching learning process, considering it is where we see if our strategies, methods, or styles in teaching is effective or not. It is in the assessment results where we focus on to measure, understand, and analyze the impact of the whole package. Media-assisted instruction is a picture-perfect innovation because of its competency-based learning approach. This means that only the required skills of such competencies are to be expected and developed by the learners. The innovation's blueprint that caters mastery of the skills and the step-by-step process play a big help for the teachers to easily analyze the learning outcome. From drill 1, which is the practice activity, the teacher could then check if the learners can be able to learn and apply the skills and competencies intended. Having the same aim or competency to develop in drill 2, known as the collaborative learning, it is also in this part where the teacher could judge how the skills are being shared and developed with peers. Throughout the process, the teacher could then analyze whether the learners are ready or not in an independent activity and in individual performance. Given the different drills with repeated competency in focus, the learners can be able to perform or carry out what is expected towards the whole assessment part. With this progression, the teachers can easily grip the learning gaps, subsequently providing an authentic learning data and a concrete action in resolving the learning gaps.
Ayan mga kadep. Yes, partner. Ayan, naririnig na kita ng klaro-klaro. Anyway, partner and mga kadeped, to finally complete this part of our program, let's give it up for the SDS of the Division of Tangub City, Dr. Nympha R. Lago. Let's watch this.
Yes, the pandemic has changed and challenged the landscape of education. But because of education's dynamicity and flexibility in nature, Department of Education, Tangub City Division of Schools has proven its resilience by breaking shields of impossibilities and giving hope in the mask of adversities. To respond to the call that education must continue, Tangub City Division innovates media-assisted instruction as a division-wide teaching and learning revolution, where the gains of the pandemic are maximized, technologies are utilized, and audio-video with printed materials are also applied into a better new normal education scenarios. The program is under the umbrella of AMTAPU, or Transforming Advancement in the New Normal, guiding K-12 learners under broadcast media. We are proud to be recognized as the national winner during the recently concluded Education Technology Awards of the Department of Education. Thus, what we are prouder about is we continuously delivered relevant and quality education amidst the pandemic, to our deserving learners, the Tanggub Stars. As the school year 2022-2023 is near to unfold, we are confident of our previous preparations and groundworks as our RDI and EDDI production team is already 98% complete towards the development of primary teaching and learning materials. This would mean assurance that our teachers will no longer have to develop lesson plans anymore and to ponder on what to teach inside the classrooms. Instead, our teachers will put prime importance and priority on the lesson implementation and facilitation, guided with these important terms: explicit teaching, modeling, repetition, collaboration, and independent learning. As the school's division superintendent, I am glad that our school heads and teachers are already oriented and trained in implementing media-assisted instruction. Thank you for always doing your best in your respective schools. Together with our stakeholders and learners, I hope that you will continue to manifest your utmost dedication, cooperation, diligence, competence, integrity, and resilience so that we can further our aspirations and successes in this division. Truly, in Tanggub City Division, our learners are our stars, and making them shine through education is our mission. Shine, Tanggub Stars.
Tanggub City, simply all. Tanggub City, simply all. Tanggub City.
Ayan po mga ka-DepEd, thank you very much, Dr. Limpa R. Lago, ang ating SDS mula sa Division of Tanggub City. Direct?
Gampi sa salam sa Glaunanta. Superintendent Ray Manuel Jr. and Assistant Superintendent Bob Napere Jr. with 35 identified school heads, OIC, PSDSS, and personnel trekked at the foot of Mount Malindang to reach out Sibukal Integrated School as the only last-mile school in the city division on July 5 to 8, 2022, in order to deepen the community partnership and do other worthwhile activities for the children. To mention one was the conduct of reading activity under the project Panaw-Panaw, Bitangan, Bisan, or Mobile Library, where the superintendent, Sinro Forester Thomas L. Cardente II, OIC PSDS, Tammy Bualat, and the barangay captain served as the guest storytellers. Moreover, reaching the non-passable hilly place by the hikers took them 6 to 8 hours through footpath, which indeed a truly challenging journey, which ended up with great feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment for the love of the school children. Para sa BigaTEN DepEd 10 and the Project NOAA update, this is Maria Joy Tan-Agot saying, kaysa Oroquieta, bata ang bida. Bral palad-palad, migamping ita, dumasik, pinanabi, save no babadya. God is good, all the time, Emmanuel.
The San Isidro Integrated School formally opens Brigada Eskwela 2022.
The Department of Education, through the External Partnerships Service, announces the conduct of 2022 Brigada Eskwela with the theme Brigada Eskwela Tugon sa Hamon ng Ligtas na Balik-aral. Brigada Eskwela Kick-Off Program for 2022 officially opens. Headed by the school principal, Sir Michael Suano, with the enormous support of the junior high school in charge, Junal L. Caparuso, together with its stakeholders.
Ang Brigada Eskwela usa sa pinaka-importante nga activity sa atong department. Nag-focus kini sa information campaigns, preparations, ug paglig-on sa atong partnerships, mapribado man o mapubliko. Aron masiguro nato ug mahatod nato ang quality basic education sa atong mga kabataan.
The San Isidro Integrated School Brigada Eskwela Coordinator also hopes for the strong camaraderie and support of its stakeholders.
Sa bayanihan para sa ligtas na balik-aral. Lahat po ay nanyayahan na mag-isa sa ating Brigada Eskwela na may temang Brigada Eskwela, tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral.
This is Daphne Gasper Lopez for Mahalik Laws.
Ayan po mga ka-DepEd, ang ating mga DIO para sa kanilang DepEd News 10 at marami pong salamat kay DIO Maria Joy Tan-Agot and Sir Augustus Hospicio Ampong of DepEd Oroquieta City, and also to DIO Annabel S. Rubio and teacher broadcaster Daphne Zairas L. Gasper Lopos of San Isidro Integrated School, DepEd Valencia City para sa DepEd News 10 updates.
At mga ka-DepEd, para sa ating big attention, big attendance, please check these regional issuances. We have RM458 on the on-site and online participants in the Future Teachers of the Philippines or FTOP policy development activities at Pearlmont Hotel, Cagayan de Oro City on August 16 and 17. We also have RM460 on the minimum specification for ICT equipment to be procured using DepEd funds. Please check also RM462 on the monitoring of DepEd computerization program, and RM463 panawagan sa paglahok sa pagsulat ng sanaysay at pagsulat ng malayang tula. Ito rin, RM464, write shop on describing illustrative images of K-12 printed LRs for conversion into accessible format copies.
At meron din pong RM465 on the Corrigendum to Regional Memorandum 419 series of 2022. Please check Regional Memorandum 467 on the indefinite postponement of the capability building for HR SEPs and EPS2 and the Recognition Evaluation Committee members to support the recognition of professional development programs for teachers and school heads. We also have RM468 on the cluster monitoring and write shop on the finalization of orthography of the 9 Indigenous Cultural Communities or ICCs, and RM470 on the adoption of the Department of Budget and Management generated Plantilla Allocation List Forms or PAL to support submitted requests for staffing modifications and or funding before the said office, and RM471 on the training of grade 5 and senior high school receiving teachers on SPED content and pedagogy. Partner, okay ka lang? Ayan po. We also have RM472, observances of National Indigenous Peoples Day and National Indigenous Peoples Month, and RM473, Regional Monitoring Evaluation and Adjustment or RMEA for the second semester, which shall be for school year 2021 and 2022. We also have RM474 on the dissemination of the UNESCO Youth Greening Curricula Survey, RM475 on the Government Assistance and Subsidies Programs Orientation Conference for Schools Division Superintendents, and RM476 on the Corrigendum for Foundational Course on Adolescent Health for all alternate adolescent reproductive health focal persons and other DepEd teaching and non-teaching personnel. And partner, ayan, palit tayo. Okay ka na? Nasa RM477 na tayo, partner.
Yes, partner, pasensya na. At parang merong kumalabit dito, partner. Hindi ko talaga napigilan, partner, pasensya na. Ito, RM477 on the monthly learning interventions and assessment activities and alternative learning system ALS for school year 2022-2023. Please check also Regional Advisory 162 on the 2022 conclave of Aloysian researchers, authors, and published educators at the Teachers Camp Leonard Wood Road, Baguio City on August 15 and 17. We also have RA 163 on the call for papers for the Universal Journal of Education Research. Check also RA 164, Pandaigdigang Webinar Workshop sa Araling Panlipunan. And we also have RA 165 on the NAEP recognized and the CPD accredited virtual training for school leaders and teachers. And finally, I think, Direct, diba? RA 166 on the gains and challenges of gender mainstreaming, the PCW and NAPC virtual sectorial multi-stakeholder conference call for good practices. Ayan po mga ka-DepEd and ka-partner, nagdaan na naman ang isang oras. No? Parang maaga tayo ngayon, partner. Ha? Bago tayo magtapos, partner, ano bang pinagkakabalahan natin? Ang alam ko, meron kang activity pagkatapos ng BigaTEN eh.
Yes, partner, tayo ay pupunta sa DILG ngayong hapon na ito upang makiisa sa assessment para sa child-friendly local government units. At partner, meron lang kaming paalala dito sa legal unit para sa ating mga school heads. Although we encourage our stakeholders, especially our parents, to join in the Brigada Eskwela na nag-umpisa ata kahapon, hindi po requirement sa pag-enroll ng bata ang pagsali ng mga magulang sa Brigada Eskwela. So hindi po maaari na kailangan munang mag-Brigada Eskwela ang kanilang mga magulang bago maipatala or maipa-enroll ang kanilang mga anak. It is encouraged but it is not a prerequisite or a requisite for enrollment, partner.
Ayan, napakagandang reminder yan, partner. At tulad mo, pagkatapos ng BigaTEN, didiretso naman ako dun sa NAEP para sa aming activity, yung sa training of trainers, parang gano'n rin, partner, para sa aming professional development proposals, kung paano mag-evaluate ng mga ito. Ayan, partner. Eto at mga ka-DepEd, nagdaan na naman ang ating mahigit isang oras ng pagbibigay informasyon at pagbibigay balita sa ating mga ka-DepEd. We finally say thank you to the following for making every episode of BigaTEN DepEd possible. Of course, our very own Regional Director, Dr. Arturo B. Bayocot, CESO 3, Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Victor G. De Gracia Jr., CESO 5, at syempre partner, ang ating guest division, featured Division 4 today, the Division of Tangub City, headed by SDS Limpa R. Lago and SDS Lorena P. Serrano. Siyempre, thank you also to CID Chief Angelina B. Buaron and SGOD Chief Lorna C. Peñonal.
And we would also like to thank our DIO Lay S. Enayo Mahalyati Sultan, Master Teacher 1 of Santa Maria National High School, Mary Nice Life R. Villafuerte, Teacher 1 of Baluk Elementary School, Ray Ann May R. Montañez, Teacher 3 of Maloro Integrated School, Rose Angeli D. Calda, Teacher 1 of Balatacan Beach Primary School, and LVA Nueva, Teacher 1 of Tangub City National High School. And for today's episode entitled Recalibrated Media Assisted Classroom Instruction in Time for the Resumption of Face-to-Face Classes and Amidst Education Emergencies.
That's right, partner. And we also acknowledge ang ating napaka-aktibong DIO na si Maria Joy Tanagot and Sir Agustus Hospicio Ampong of DepEd Oroquieta City. Siyempre, si DIO Annabel S. Rubio and teacher broadcaster Daphne Zaira L. Gasper Lopez of San Isidro Integrated School, DepEd Valencia City for the DepEd News 10.
And of course, partner, we would like to thank our very own BigaTEN DepEd 10 Creative Force. Partner, maraming salamat at shout out kay Carlos B. Llamas III. Akong pasalubong, akong pag-aabuton, Sir Carlos.
Partner.
Partner?
Asa man na siya galaag-laag. Sige, mag-absent.
Friend, tuwa siya sa Bujol karon, partner. And we would also like to thank Sir Renel J. Kirit, Sir Ralph Simon L. Mabulay, Sir Dennis Carl Fuentes nga tuwa sa Ontario, Canada. We would also like to thank Miss Fatima E. Villaremo kanipod, murag nagbiyahe pod ni karon. And of course, thank you to Sir Clifford D. Liponhay.
That's right. And we also acknowledge the support from our staff from the Office of the Regional Director, the Legal Unit, the Public Affairs Unit, and the Information Communications Technology Unit. Sir Elson Hamero and Team Camigin for the BigaTEN DepEd 10 jingle. Sir Nick Paniares for his generosity, as usual, in helping us facilitate or account for the use of the StreamYard platform.
And of course, we would like to thank our DepEd Regional Office 10 family, the 14 schools division offices, all our DepEd schools, all our stakeholders, lahat ng ating mga ka-DepEd at lahat ng nanood sa atin ngayon. And of course, Paulo, our learners, the heart of DepEd Region 10, maraming salamat po.
Ayan po mga ka-DepEd kita-kits sa sunod simana, kauban ang Division of Misamis Oriental, para sa tayo na usap. And partner, season 3, mahuman kauban ang Division of Bukidnon. So we'll have Division of Misamis Oriental and to be concluded by the Division of Bukidnon. Ayan po mga ka-DepEd, let's make BigaTEN DepEd 10 our Tuesday habit. Hindi natapos ang atong ika-58 na edisyon sa BigaTEN DepEd 10 Season 3 at ito. Ako si Ramon Gonzalez Abrera, a.k.a. DepEd Paulo, ang Public Affairs Executive Officer. Nagaingon, nagsiwanan sa mga pagkakay ang pag-alagad ng kanunay.
Ug ako sab si Candice Racoma, ang iyong rakista abogada aka ka-DepEd Rada, usab nagaingon sa DepEd Amihan ng Mindanao nagkahiusang pag-alagad nagpatibabaw. Naghihapon, kami ang inyong kauban.
Kasaligan.
Kadapan.
Siyempre, ang konsistibo
BigaTEN DepEd 10 atin to.
Ambihan ng Mindanao, pagkahiusan ng paibabaw. BigaTEN DepEd 10, pagpadayon sa edukasyon, mao'y tumong nga maangkon. BigaTEN DepEd 10, DepEd Northern Mindanao, for the learners then and now. We're always here to serve you no matter how. Pangarap natin abutin, pagsisikapan nating kamtin, kalidad na edukasyon para sa bata, para sa bansa.